Welcome to January the 5th. I still have to bake dog treats for my mom's shop. I've been informed that we are out of Leberwurst-Sterne and sweet potato bakes, and we can't have that the humans order their breakfast and forget about their dogs. There's also a scene to be finished and dinner to be cooked, but first let me show you the thing. My interaction with a prompt. Here it is. I'll use yesterday's. That's prompt 4, centering on happiness. And you have Chagall to thank for the inspiration for this one. My thoughts could drift in a plethora of directions because, if we are honest, we use the word often while we are probably a little hazy on the definition. It can describe so many things depending on the moment, and often we only realize later that this was it. Happiness. We were happy, but we were too busy to notice when. It's fleeting. And any attempt to hold on to it past its time is foredoomed. Just as comparison destroys it, especially as our comparisons today, where the standard presented to us is nothing less than the best in the world, as described by a few on a very narrow scale, are unattainable. That's the way to constant heartache. So let's make the small moments at the tiny places big and share them. We can soar everywhere. And that's it. That was probably more than 30 seconds of thinking or giving our brain the time and space to untangle and sort through observations and experiences, consider multiple impossible interpretations, and create meaning. And yet it was focused, because not every introspective improves our lives. Thinking about ourselves too much can take a negative turn, for example, towards rumination. Where self-reflection is purposefully processing our experiences with the intent of learning something, rumination is obsessing over problems in an unhealthy way, constantly asking why, a question that opens us up to negative emotions and preconceptions and invites us to lie to ourselves. The latter is maladaptive and linked to greater levels of depression. To avoid taking a negative turn, like meetings, self-reflection sessions can benefit from a meeting agenda, a prompt often used in cognitive therapy and mindfulness practice, but also used in the Middle Ages by William in religious practice when time was set aside to do nothing but contemplate a word or concept. We as individuals are encouraged to examine our thoughts and emotions toward a specific trigger, happiness. By examining our thoughts and feelings and emotions toward this one word, our concept, we can gain a greater understanding of how it fits into our value system and how it affects our behavior and mental state. Furthermore, and this is an important feature in a world in which we are constantly confronted on a daily basis with 100 gigabytes of information, focusing on these words or concepts written down can train our brain to better notice events that are important and meaningful to us personally in a stream of information. The brain is capable of adapting to changes in the environment through a process called neuroplasticity. This means the brain can reorganize itself by forming new neural connections and strengthening existing ones in response to different experiences and stimuli. By regularly focusing on written words, the brain can become more adept at recognizing patterns and identifying important information within a stream of data. That said, I suggest that you now look at a prompt for a week, and I go and make doggy savvy.